sunny or chilly, windy, wet and cold day today. So we are in the tide of winter here in the southern hemisphere. Also, we are, my folks refer to it as Yule, Samhuinn, or winter, summer's end in Gaelic. Samhuinn is what that means. But anyway, so I thought I would just bring up a little furphy that I keep hearing that's popped up, and that is that ducks, hens, hen ducks, female ducks, that they don't lay eggs in winter. What? They do. Pretty much ducks lay eggs all year round. However, if they are in molt, so they're losing feathers and getting new feathers, or they are ill or malnutritioned, or they're not getting enough nutrients, especially your micronutrients, then they won't be laying. So they should be laying all year round unless they're, like I said, stressed out, not getting the nutrition they need, and or going through a molt. Oh my goodness. Oh, ducklings. What's going on? Are you alright? Oh, it's raining, huh? You'll be alright, kids. Yeah. I've got this open here, so if you want to go undercover, you can. But they're getting stopping pretty quick. They're looking up at the sky, though. The thing is, when it's cloudy, I can't bloody see what they're seeing. I think they see something. You can go in here if you want, guys. It's open. But yeah. Yeah, they're definitely looking up. Well, it's so cloudy, it's really hard to see what's going on in the sky. But I'm sure they can see things that I can't, so they're acting a little spooked. So we'll go back in there. So little Lucia over here, the little peking girl, that is Suna and Frigg's daughter. So yesterday she was pulling up a limb, and she didn't lay an egg. And also, yeah, there's something hanging around. There's a cat or something next door hanging around. It's okay, guys. I won't let it hurt you. I'll kick its ass. Yeah, pull out its tail. Nothing's getting to my little puppies. No. No. It's okay. Yeah, so that's a warning sound. It's okay, honey. You can come here if you want to. Yeah? Over here. Up over there. It's cover. You can go in there if you want. Female blackbird following my directions. Okay. Oh, they're looking up. But it's so cloudy, I can't see jack. Woo! Lady Grey. What's going on? Oh, Elizabeth. Oh, you're right at home, aren't you? Yeah. I got pasta coming. Yeah. I got pasta treats. And I also, yes. Luna wants to come out here. So the Pekings haven't roamed out yet. So the ducklings collectively are having their roam around, forage, and then I swap them. Yeah, I can hear and see. It's okay. I can't see anything immediately that's dangerous. No. You have fun in the mud for a little bit and I'll come swap you soon and get you some pasta. Yeah. The morning pasta treat. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I don't know how people can have waterfowl and not be working from home, because it's just like, there's always something going on. It's just like, and then you got to go check. Anyways, yeah, so you want to see proof? This is 2 days of eggs. They're my duck's eggs. Yeah? That's 2 days worth. They're all laying. The only ones that aren't laying at the moment is Freya, who's in a heavy molt, and she's really sooky. That's my ginger Rowan cross. And yesterday, what I was saying before is Suna and Frig's daughter, Lucia, she didn't lay an egg yesterday, and she started in the morning. There was no egg. It was there was only an egg from Bella's girl, Dusty Moon. But what happened? During the day, basically, Lucia started limping, and it was getting progressively worse throughout the day. There's a nerve that gets hit if they have an egg that hasn't come out yet. It presses on the nerve and makes them lame. I was worried at first that she'd injured herself, so I just did a bit of a light strapping just in case around her hock, i.e. ankle, and basically just make sure I put a little bit extra nutrients in their feed that night, especially calcium, and eggshells, and cooked egg. And the next morning, both of them had laid an egg, and she was right as rain. So her lameness for that little bit of time yesterday was literally due to an egg not coming out that was just sitting there. So he wasn't saying. Oh yeah. So the other fur fear here too is that the ducklings in the first year don't lay eggs. So it's kind of. So basically, both my girls that I hatched this year at the 6 month age-ish mark, they both were laying. So the Peking and actually the Silver Appleyard daughter, she was laying as well at the 6 month mark. So yeah, so it was kind of a bit of bollocks. So ducks should be laying all year round, not because you're forcing them or want them to. If they're not laying, it's either stress and or molting and or lack of nutrition, especially micronutrients. Also impacted. Stressing sort of umbrellas, things like not getting enough sleep, feeling unsafe, not being handled correctly, on and on and on it goes. Someone's ill in the flock, someone's new in the flock, someone leaves the flock, all these little stresses, it really does impact them. So one of the ways I make sure they get the nutrition they need is the girls eat the eggs. I don't give a shit whether I get eggs or not. My priority is the care of my animals. I mean, they do well above and beyond anyone anyway, just from doing what they do in the garden. Eggs are just a bonus, yeah. They control the bugs, they fertilize, they till the soil. They're my little horticulturalists. So I'm vegan, as some of you probably know. However, when I competed professionally in bodybuilding and different sports throughout my life, I was vegan as well sometimes, but I would be more vegetarian, so I'd go over lactose. So I'd still consume eggs or dairy, but I just don't eat dead flesh, period. And even when competing in bodybuilding, when it came to cutting up, I literally wouldn't consume any dairy either, or eggs. I just found I would pull up puffy when I consumed any animal sources of proteins. So it's kind of weird because I did carb deplete, but I still ate carbs, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I kind of did things a little bit differently. And at the end of the day, it's the result that matters, isn't it? Don't knock someone who gets the result by doing things that require less input. Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, if you're thinking that winter, if you do want eggs, I'm not going to, go at you if you consume eggs. If you want eggs in winter, ducks will lay in winter, but you must make sure that all their needs are met. If their needs aren't met, or they're going through a molt, or they're going through stresses, well, they're not going to be laying. So they're not like hens, chickens, so chicken hens. They're not like chooks that basically stop in winter. They keep popping up those googlies. So anyway, blessed be Mary Part. If you do have ducks and they're not laying, especially if you're in the southern hemisphere, we are in winter now on the 21st of June. We go through our midwinter solstice, so that's when the sun stands still in the sky in Latin. That's where the word solstice comes from. We have two solstices a year. We've got the midsummer and we've got the midwinter. And this is actually the basis of white Anglo or European culture, not introduced religions or cults from the Middle East. We are an agrarian and pastoral, as in pasture farming folk. All our traditions come from that, and to be good at that we needed to understand the natural seasons, the rhythms of the seasons, the precession of the stars, how they impact the seasons, what nature is doing, because after all we are human animals, we are animals ourselves, we're not separate to the natural world. Our separating from the natural world is what's killing us in every way, even spiritually. So we go in. So pretty much in a few weeks we get into our Yuletide. So I can't wait to put my Yuletide decorations up. I want to make some extra stockings for all my ducks. I don't have enough stockings, Yule stockings that is. So I'll pop those up. And I always love the midwinter because it means, you know, the longest night and the shortest day. And then we start increasing daylight again, which I always look forward to, because it always gets harder in winter when the daylight's shorter, because you still got to get all the crap done with your animals, and it's like you've got less time, and it's just like, oh, it's already tough when you do have enough daylight, and when there's no light it's even worse, and your animals will sleep more as well because of it, so you have less time to still do everything you've got to do, and sometimes you need to do more because you're also accommodating crazy weather and shit happens. A roof comes off somewhere, or you know, just crap happens, and walking through mud, and yeah, everything just feels like it takes longer. C'est la vie, such is life. But yeah, so yeah, have a look. So if you have ducks who aren't laying and it's winter, you can probably start turning things around now with their nutrition. However, you might not reset their clock until spring hits, and then just make sure that, you know, from then on you just make sure their nutrition's the top priority. They should be having some form of calcium supplement on a daily basis if they are laying eggs, and that needs to come from grits like crushed shells, and or eggshells, or even calcium carbonate or any other form of powder or liquid you can pop into their water or feed. Anyway, that's it from me. Just I thought I would put that out there. It's kind of a BS that ducks don't lay in winter, or what's the other one? I can't remember the other Thursday I heard. I did mention it just previously, but yeah. I need my coffee. I need a dirty black coffee, just strong as, and yeah, I've got to get on with my morning. I've got to swap the Pekings for the ducklings, let the Pekings forage in the mud, get the ducklings into the runs, adding some so they can eat their kibbles, and then I'll swap them in about an hour or so after that again. I need to build more runs, so that's why I'm sort of doing a bit of extra work at the moment. But yeah, so you girls should be laying in winter if you've got ducks, and if they're not, just get on top of their nutrition, have a look at their stresses, have a look at how you're handling them, have a look at the relationships, the interactions, the social dynamics between the females and who's in their flock. Maybe you need to swap around a couple of boys, you know, all that sort of thing. I'm always keeping an eye on things and changing their social dynamics accordingly. So like I can't have Fawn with his sister Freya, she'd just have no feathers and would be too stressed out all the time. But with her brother Frigg, she's fine. So, you know, you just keep an eye on things. and that's a crucial part of keeping waterfowl successfully. Is you need to be observant. If you don't have time to be observant or can't make time to be observant, well then you shouldn't have waterfowl in the first place. Yeah? It kind of goes for all critters, really. At the end of the day, non-human animals aren't ornaments. You have a duty of care, and if you actually do love your critters, if they are truly part of your family, it wouldn't even be a question to meet their needs with that duty of care. It wouldn't even be an afterthought. It's just something you do once you know. You know what I mean? So yeah, it drives me nuts when people treat the non-human animals, even human animals I guess, as ornaments. Like, dude, you don't treat sentient beings like that. Dudette, whoever. Anyway, blessed to be Mary Pat. I hope everyone's keeping well and sane and pushing on. I know things get tough. I know it's like, what the F, and why am I still bothering? Just keep trudging and keep yourself rooted to the natural world as much as you possibly can, and when they push otherwise, push back and fight. Blessed be and very touch.